Today you're going to get a much needed garden tour and update on how it's growing. Guys, let's start with the garlic harvest. I'm still taking these off, and I've given a few of the bulbs away, but look at this beautiful, beautiful garlic. So this is a hardneck garlic. I've got to finish taking these dried stems off, but that means I need to do something with them like ASAP. Hardneck garlic only lasts a month or two, so you want to make sure you preserve it. So we're going to be doing some stuff with garlic. Okay. Oh, I left a bag out here to pick green beans. So I've got little ripe tomatoes. Look at that. I ate the first one yesterday. And there's eggplants back there. I don't know if you can see the eggplants that are back there. That one's probably ready to pick. Whoops, that one right there. It's probably ready to pick, but I've got thyme that smells wonderful and oregano, and I've used both of them. So what a pretty edible arrangement. I absolutely love it. And I have this to block off my neighbor's dog, because you'll see why. Because he likes to come up on the deck and mark things on my deck. He's too short to mark anything terrible out here, thankfully, but okay, so this is dill for my pickles that I'll be making here soon. I've got some basil in there tucked in the center. These are little fairy lights for at night. My daughter gave them to me. And then cilantro that's it's bolted too. And that's okay. I pulled most of the cilantro. And over here, this is what I waited for to do an update. I've got baby carrots, a whole bed of baby carrots. They're all coming up. You can see that. So this whole bed will winter over carrots. And the rhubarb that I planted where I pulled the the shallots, and those are up on the deck too. This is arugula. Now I planted this arugula just kind of testing it out, and man, it popped up really quickly. So I'll give it a few minutes, and then or a few days, and then I'll thin it out a little. But it looks like little tiny radishes, but it's not. It's arugula. All right. Oregano, Mexican oregano. That's a spaghetti squash. I don't think it's going to do anything. Sage and the green bean forest. Love green beans. And there are some beans in here because I saw them yesterday. Yeah, there's some beans ready to pick. We got some. I'm going to be doing some pickled green beans. So I'm going to pick green beans this morning. Yeah, there's plenty for a jar or two anyway, and then they'll just keep coming. And that sage is really fragrant. Okay, and let's do this right here. These are red Italian bunching onions, so I'll have to thin those. Peppers, I've got some sun scald on these peppers, which is disappointing because they're big, nice, beautiful. It's that spicy Anaheim. And then here it looks like I got a little red bell pepper coming up and some serrano peppers. This is a serrano or a jalapeno, one of the two. I did both. Yeah, see all those little peppers in there? So the peppers are doing really good over here. Peppers, peppers, peppers. So cowboy candy in my future. Lettuces. And they take longer than you think. These little babies right here have been trying for quite a while, but they take longer than you think. Strawberries, I still don't know what to do with those. And blueberries. So this little bush, I come out here in the morning, and I picked off the big bushes yesterday, so you won't see a whole lot, but I picked about a cup off the 3 plants that are in there. But see, this is my morning snack, right? Yum. It's so sweet. Okay, let's go back over here. We have, okay, again, the green bean forest. Next year, I think I'm going to do a ladder to go up and over the bed. Then they're hanging down. It'll be easier to get in here and grab them. But we have plenty here to pick this morning. Super excited. And they'll just keep coming. Oh yeah, there's a bunch in there. So we'll get in here and pick those. I've got my little cucumber plant over here, and that's going in the pickle jar today. Do I have any other? Oh, I got another little one there. And they bind up in here, trying to hide from me, but okay. The asparagus, shoo, it's a big old, and there's still asparagus coming out. Look at that. That's pretty new. There's another one in there. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Yeah. Cucumber. There's a little pickle. I could put that in a jar, but oh, there's one that's going in the jar. So I'll have at least 2 that will go in jars off these 2 plants. I did buy some cucumbers yesterday, so there's a couple hanging there. Today is Swiss chard day. I've got to pick Swiss chard. Somebody's helping me with Swiss chard. I don't know who that is. One of the resident birds, but this is a red rhubarb, red Swiss chard on either side. Another view of these peppers. So correct me if I'm wrong. Is that sun scald, or what causes that? I mean, I'll try to use part of the pepper, but this whole plant, every one of them's got it, and none of the other ones. Okay, so this little bed is full Swiss chard, and these, you can see they're abundant, but they're trying to go to seed. So I'm pulling off these tops because I don't want them to go to seed yet. I need to pick. Yep, see there in the center? Get that picked off of there. Don't let it happen yet. And then, oh, I see a radish. I need to pull. It didn't do anything, but hey, it's taking up space. So a spaghetti squash, and there's one on the other side as well. Green onions that I put the tops in. But I love this Swiss chard that has the red veins in it. It's so pretty. And it tastes the same as the other ones, but I really like it. Enough that next year that's all I'll plant, because that's what I like. Okay, more green beans. These were a little bit later, and they're going up this little ladder, up and over, and I try to get them to come back down the other side as they're oh, I just broke that off. Shoot. I try to get them to go down the other side as they're growing, but you can't make them if they don't want to. So I've got some cabbage leaves that I trimmed off yesterday. I'll show you. I pulled one of the plants. It was not producing anything. But look at this nice big tomato in here. Beautiful. And this plant's still putting flowers on. I haven't had any blossom end rot. This is a red tipped lettuce, ruffly lettuce. So we'll let that get a little bit bigger. And oh, here's some onions that I pulled. Need to toss those over in the composting stuff. Rhubarb still doing really good, just hanging out. And here's some, these look like aromas, and they're supposed to be the same as the plant on the other side. More Swiss chard. This is the original. These were plant starts that I did. All the other Swiss chard is stuff I did from seed. Look at these beautiful leaves. Gorgeous. I'm gonna pick this, saute it with some arugula. Yes, okay. Here's a little baby cabbage head, right? Look at this bad boy. If you look at my hand, yeah, you can see this is good size. And there's another one in here, and another one there, and one there. I'm so excited. Beautiful purple cabbage. Rosemary and parsley and lettuces. Okay. This is reserved for garlic next fall, or this fall, I should say. Oh, there's more. There's some more berries that are ripe. I can get in here this morning and get those. Snack time. And then I have the tomato tree. This is why I never do cherry tomatoes, because they take over. This thing is a monster. Look at this. It's huge. It's growing up to the deck. Okay. And the clusters, it's a grape tomato, I believe. Look at those beautiful clusters of nice grape tomatoes. Again, no blossom end rot this year. No, I do need to get in here and clean some of these suckers out of here though, so I can get in here. But I'm gonna have nice clusters of tomatoes. And then somewhere under that mess is my other tomato plant that is supposed to give me a little bigger tomatoes, but I don't know where he is. There he is. So I've got clusters on those. I've got lettuces, beautiful lettuces in here. There's also some Swiss chard back in there. Can you see? Yeah. It needs more light in there, so I'm gonna get in here and clean this out. Yesterday I cleaned this all out, so it's got air and light, and again, clusters of tomatoes. These look like they're going to be like the size of a Campari tomato. That's what they remind me of, or the looks of them. But soon I will have tomatoes. Somebody's flying over. We're having a flyby. Okay. Yesterday I couldn't see any of these tomatoes because it was so heavy in foliage. So this will help get the sun ripened. And this is why I have to block my deck off, because my neighbor is fixing the fence post that broke off. So, okay, now we're gonna go down here to the rhubarb. So the two on either side are the ones that I planted this year, and they're doing awesome. This one, these are all the green variety. We got a bee in there. And let's look inside. Oh yeah, I could pick rhubarb again. Nice stalks. This thing has just been really prolific this year. I'll get one more good picking out of it. And I wanted enough to do juice, but we'll see. I'll be doing some rhubarb juice, no doubt. Okay, let's get back up on my hill. This is what I've got, guys. This has just been so much food for just a pretty small little space. This is the other spaghetti squash. I'm gonna let it just ramble through the yard here. I don't see any flowers yet, but soon. I'm sure we'll be getting some soon. I see the starts of where they're gonna be. Yeah. Like right in there. So we should get a few. But okay, I thought I'd get out here before I start picking Swiss chard, and green beans. All right, we'll see you next time for another delicious garden tour. Let me know what you got growing, what's doing the best. These little patio tomatoes, I will never purchase again. Literally bought them with a tomato on them, and there you go. That's all you get. That's a $5 tomato right there. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye. Since I recorded this, I have picked green beans. I have picked tons. We're talking grocery bags, big paper grocery bags full of Swiss chard. I'm excited about the cabbage coming on. I'm going to leave it a little longer, but thank you for stopping by.